Defining generational wealth in the modern era. Most people equate substantial financial success with a bulging bank account or an impressive portfolio of assets, a personal triumph measured in net worth. Yet, for those truly committed to transcending mere accumulation, the definition of wealth extends far beyond individual prosperity. It's a fundamental misunderstanding to view the pinnacle of financial achievement solely through the lens of one's own lifetime, as if the ultimate goal is merely to die rich. This perspective, while common, profoundly limits the scope of what wealth can truly achieve and the legacy it can forge. Our journey into mastering wealth creation begins by recalibrating this perception, understanding that the highest form of financial accomplishment is not personal accumulation, but something far more enduring and impactful. Personal wealth, by its very nature, is largely self-centered. It secures an individual's comfort, provides for their aspirations, and mitigates their immediate financial anxieties. It ensures a lavish lifestyle, perhaps, or a comfortable retirement, but its influence rarely stretches beyond the immediate sphere of its creator. Generational wealth, however, operates on an entirely different plane, demanding a far longer time horizon and a significantly broader impact. It's not simply about having a lot of money. It's about engineering a self-sustaining financial ecosystem designed to thrive across decades, if not centuries. This distinction is paramount, shifting the focus from individual gratification to an enduring lineage of opportunity and security. At its core, generational wealth represents a strategic aggregation of assets, values, and opportunities meticulously designed to benefit not just the creator, but also their descendants and the broader community for multiple generations. It signifies a deliberate act of foresight, a commitment to building a financial fortress that can withstand economic shifts, market volatility, and the unpredictable currents of time. The true measure of this wealth lies not in its initial sum, but in its capacity for sustained growth, its resilience, and its ability to continuously generate value long after its original architect has departed. It's a testament to intentionality, a profound statement of legacy that transcends the fleeting nature of individual existence. The traditional notion of inherited wealth often conjures images of ancient landed estates, aristocratic titles, or a family business passed down through the ages, a static inheritance of tangible assets. In the modern era, however, this simplistic view is woefully inadequate for grasping the dynamic nature of true generational wealth. The complexity of today's global economy, the rapid pace of technological innovation, and the ever-shifting regulatory landscapes demand a far more sophisticated and adaptable approach. Merely preserving a fixed asset is no longer sufficient. The emphasis has shifted from passive inheritance to active stewardship, diversification, and continuous value creation. This evolution mandates a strategic departure from static legacies to dynamic, evolving wealth structures. The modern era, with its unprecedented interconnectedness and exponential technological advancements, presents both formidable challenges and unparalleled opportunities for wealth creation and preservation. Navigating this landscape requires more than just financial acumen. It demands a nuanced understanding of global trends, geopolitical shifts, and the disruptive potential of emerging technologies. The very tools and strategies available to ultra-high net worth individuals today are vastly different from those even a generation ago, offering avenues for growth and diversification that were once unimaginable. Consequently, defining generational wealth in this context necessitates an appreciation for its inherent dynamism and the sophisticated strategies required to harness its full potential. Crucially, generational wealth extends far beyond mere financial capital, encompassing a rich tapestry of intangible assets that are equally vital for its enduring success. Human capital, for instance, stands as a cornerstone, embodying the collective knowledge, skills, work ethic, and deeply ingrained values passed down through a family line. It's the entrepreneurial spirit cultivated from an early age, the commitment to lifelong learning, and the discipline to execute complex strategies that truly empower future generations to not just inherit, but to actively grow and manage the financial legacy. Without this intellectual and moral foundation, even the most substantial financial endowments risk rapid dissipation, becoming a burden rather than a blessing. Furthermore, social capital plays an indispensable role in fortifying and expanding generational wealth, acting as a powerful, often underestimated asset. This encompasses the extensive networks, the sterling reputation, and the profound influence carefully cultivated over decades within professional, philanthropic, and community spheres. These invaluable connections open doors to unparalleled opportunities, provide crucial strategic insights, and offer a robust support system during challenging times. The deliberate cultivation and meticulous maintenance of these relationships are not peripheral activities, but integral components of a comprehensive generational wealth strategy, leveraging collective wisdom and shared trust for sustained advantage. Intellectual capital represents another profound, yet frequently overlooked, pillar of enduring wealth, particularly pertinent in our knowledge-driven economy. This includes proprietary knowledge, patents, copyrights, unique business processes, and specialized expertise that provide a distinct competitive advantage and a source of continuous innovation. Think of the intellectual property that underpins a successful tech company or the unique methodologies that define a leading financial firm. These are assets that can generate immense value for generations. Safeguarding, leveraging, and strategically expanding this intellectual patrimony is critical for maintaining relevance and ensuring a perpetual edge in an increasingly competitive global marketplace. Ultimately, the true purpose of cultivating generational wealth transcends personal enrichment. It is intrinsically linked to the creation of a lasting legacy and the profound impact it can engender. This wealth becomes a powerful engine for philanthropic endeavors, fostering community development, supporting groundbreaking research, or championing social causes that resonate with the family's values. It's about channeling financial power to effect meaningful change, to leave an indelible mark on the world that extends far beyond the family's immediate sphere. This deeper sense of purpose provides a compelling moral compass, guiding investment decisions and shaping the family's collective ambition towards a greater good. A primary objective of establishing generational wealth is to construct an impregnable financial fortress, meticulously designed to mitigate risks and buffer future generations against unforeseen economic downturns and life's inevitable challenges. It's about creating a robust safety net, a stable foundation that provides security and opportunity even when external circumstances become turbulent. This proactive approach to risk management involves diversified asset allocation, strategic insurance, and flexible financial structures that can adapt to changing market conditions. The aim is to shield descendants from the same financial anxieties and struggles that often plague those without such foresight, ensuring a pathway to continued prosperity. Crucially, the concept of generational wealth in the modern era is less about simply handing down money and more about fostering a deeply ingrained culture of financial responsibility, entrepreneurship, and innovation within the family. It involves instilling the principles of stewardship, educating descendants on prudent financial management, and encouraging a proactive, growth-oriented mindset. Without this foundational education and cultural reinforcement, the shirt sleeves to shirt sleeves in 3 generations phenomenon becomes an almost inevitable outcome, where wealth rapidly dissipates due to mismanagement, lack of understanding, or an absence of purpose. True legacy demands a continuous investment in human development alongside financial assets. The challenge of preserving and growing wealth across multiple generations is arguably far more complex and demanding than the initial act of accumulation. It's a continuous, multifaceted endeavor that requires constant vigilance, strategic adaptation, and an unwavering commitment to ongoing education. Unlike the often singular focus of wealth creation, wealth preservation necessitates a delicate balance between growth, risk management, and the intricate dynamics of family governance. This enduring task demands a proactive and evolving approach, acknowledging that what worked for one generation may not suffice for the next, thus requiring constant reevaluation and strategic recalibration. Effective generational wealth demands robust governance structures and active stewardship, moving beyond informal agreements to established protocols. This often involves the strategic implementation of family offices, trusts, foundations, and precisely defined legal frameworks designed to manage assets, mediate family dynamics, and ensure the wealth's long-term integrity. Clear rules regarding access, distribution, and investment philosophy are essential, coupled with professional oversight to navigate complex financial and legal landscapes. This disciplined approach to governance is the bedrock upon which the longevity and successful intergenerational transfer of wealth ultimately rest, preventing disputes and ensuring continuity. Embarking on the journey of building generational wealth necessitates a profound mindset shift, moving decisively from a short-term, self-focused perspective to an expansive, multi-generational vision. It demands a willingness to make personal sacrifices, to embrace rigorous discipline, and to cultivate an extraordinary level of foresight that extends decades into the future. This transformation involves understanding that your current financial endeavors are not just for your immediate benefit, but are foundational blocks for a legacy far greater than yourself. It is this fundamental reorientation of purpose that truly differentiates the aspirational wealth builder from the mere accumulator, setting the stage for the strategic frameworks that follow. For you, the ambitious entrepreneur, seasoned executive, or astute investor, this refined definition of generational wealth is not merely an academic exercise. It is the very essence of your ultimate aspiration, even if you haven't explicitly articulated it as such. You are not content with comfortable wealth. You crave a deeper, more profound impact that echoes through time. Understanding this comprehensive definition is the critical first step in realizing that ambition, transforming a vague desire for more into a clear, actionable blueprint for building an enduring legacy. This playbook is your essential guide to mastering this ultimate form of financial achievement, propelling you into the echelons of true generational wealth creators. The mindset shift from accumulation to legacy. Many who embark on the ambitious journey of wealth creation initially fixate on accumulation, a natural and often necessary stage driven by the desire for financial security, independence, and the tangible markers of success. This phase is characterized by a relentless focus on growing one's personal net worth, optimizing investments, scaling businesses, and maximizing immediate returns, all with a keenly individualistic lens. It's a period where the balance sheet reigns supreme, and every strategic decision is rigorously evaluated for its direct contribution to increasing one's personal capital reserves. While achieving significant milestones in this accumulation phase is commendable and forms the bedrock of future financial endeavors, it represents only one facet of the complete wealth creation paradigm. The drive to simply gather more assets, though powerful, often reaches an inflection point where its intrinsic motivational force begins to wane, leaving many high achievers questioning the ultimate purpose of their continued efforts. This initial orientation, while effective for building a substantial foundation, rarely propels individuals into the rarefied air of ultra-high net worth, where a different, more expansive philosophy takes hold. The pursuit of wealth, when viewed through this narrow lens, can inadvertently limit the true scope of one's financial potential and long-term impact. Recognizing this ceiling is the first critical step toward breaking through it. For those who aspire to transcend mere affluence and truly master the art of building generational riches, a profound internal reorientation becomes not just beneficial, but absolutely imperative. This critical juncture marks the transition from a purely accumulative mindset focused on what can I get to a legacy-driven perspective centered on what can I create and leave behind. It's a sophisticated evolution in thinking that recognizes wealth as a powerful instrument for impact, rather than solely a personal trophy or a measure of individual success. This shift moves beyond the immediate gratification of personal acquisition, prompting a deeper inquiry into the enduring purpose and potential of one's financial might. Embracing this new paradigm means consciously expanding the scope of one's vision, moving beyond the confines of individual prosperity to consider the broader implications of wealth on family, community, and even global systems. This isn't about diminishing personal achievement, but rather integrating it into a much grander, more enduring narrative that extends far beyond one's own lifetime. The true architects of ultra wealth understand this distinction intimately. Defining legacy in the context of ultra high net worth creation extends far beyond the traditional notion of simply bequeathing assets to heirs. It encompasses the deliberate cultivation of lasting value, systemic change, and future opportunities. A true legacy builder understands that their impact can manifest in myriad forms, establishing robust philanthropic foundations, fostering innovative industries, creating sustainable economic ecosystems, or instilling enduring values and principles within their familial and professional spheres. It is about constructing durable frameworks and institutions that can thrive independently, generating positive ripples long after the original creator has moved on. This perspective demands a strategic foresight that considers multi-generational timelines, evaluating decisions not just for their immediate financial yield, but for their potential to shape future landscapes and empower subsequent generations. The focus pivots from merely managing existing wealth to actively engineering a future where that wealth catalyzes sustained progress and profound societal benefit. Such a vision elevates financial success to a moral imperative. This mindset shift is not merely a philosophical nicety. It is a fundamental prerequisite for unlocking the strategies and opportunities that define ultra-high net worth creation. When one's primary motivation transcends personal gain, a different set of doors opens, revealing avenues for collaboration, innovation, and large-scale systemic influence that are often invisible to those solely focused on accumulation. Legacy builders are inherently more inclined to take on complex, long-term projects with delayed gratification, precisely because their ultimate reward is not a quarterly financial report, but a lasting imprint on the world. This expanded vision allows for the strategic deployment of capital, expertise, and influence in ways that yield exponential rather than merely incremental returns, often in areas like social enterprise, disruptive technology, or educational reform. Without this crucial reorientation, the full spectrum of ultra-wealth strategies remains inaccessible, limiting one's potential to merely compounding personal assets rather than truly shaping a future. It is the catalyst for truly transformative financial endeavors. With a legacy mindset, the very calculus of risk and opportunity undergoes a significant transformation, moving beyond conventional metrics of financial volatility and short-term profit potential. Decisions are no longer solely about maximizing immediate ROI. Instead, they are rigorously assessed through the lens of long-term impact, systemic resilience, and the potential to create enduring value. This often means embracing projects with longer incubation periods, higher initial capital outlays, or even philanthropic ventures that offer no direct financial return, yet yield immense social or intellectual capital. The legacy builder recognizes that true wealth is not just about the size of one's portfolio, but the depth and breadth of one's influence and the sustainability of the solutions they fund or create. This expansive view allows for a more audacious and impactful approach to capital allocation, where calculated risks are taken to achieve generational outcomes, fundamentally reshaping the landscape of possibility. It's a strategic reevaluation of what constitutes a worthwhile investment. The internal transformation required for this shift is profound, necessitating a conscious detachment from the ego-driven pursuit of more and a deliberate connection to a deeper, more altruistic sense of purpose. It involves moving beyond the psychological traps of comparison and the relentless desire for external validation that often fuels early-stage accumulation. This journey demands introspection, clarity on personal values, and a willingness to redefine success not by what one owns, but by what one contributes and enables. Cultivating this mindset requires continuous self-awareness, an ability to discern between genuine impact and superficial display, and the courage to prioritize long-term vision over fleeting trends. It's a process of integrating one's financial prowess with a broader moral and ethical framework, ensuring that wealth serves as a conduit for positive change rather than an end in itself. This internal recalibration is as critical as any external strategy. A stark contrast emerges when comparing the strategic approaches of an accumulator versus a legacy builder. The accumulator typically prioritizes personal balance sheets, focusing on optimizing individual investments, minimizing personal tax liabilities, and ensuring a robust personal financial cushion. Their strategies are often centered on individual asset growth and the efficient management of personal portfolios. Conversely, the legacy builder thinks in terms of enduring institutional structures, often establishing family offices, philanthropic foundations, or multi-generational trusts designed to perpetuate values and capital beyond a single lifetime. Their focus extends to creating self-sustaining entities, developing robust governance frameworks, and fostering intellectual capital that can outlive any individual market cycle. This fundamental difference in perspective dictates entirely different investment horizons, risk tolerances, and organizational structures, ultimately leading to vastly divergent long-term outcomes. One builds for themselves, the other for generations. Embracing a legacy mindset naturally encourages a diversification that transcends traditional financial assets, expanding into the realms of intellectual capital, social capital, and philanthropic endeavors. While financial assets remain crucial, the legacy builder recognizes the immense power of non-financial capital in shaping future outcomes and perpetuating influence. This involves investing in education, fostering innovation, building powerful networks of like-minded individuals, and actively engaging in thought leadership that can inspire and guide future generations. Philanthropy, in this context, is not merely charity, but a strategic investment in societal infrastructure, research, and human potential, designed to create systemic improvements. Such diversification ensures that the impact of one's wealth is multifaceted and resilient, capable of generating value in forms that extend far beyond monetary returns, creating a holistic and enduring legacy. It's about building a portfolio of influence, not just assets. One of the significant challenges in making this transition is moving past the ingrained scarcity mindset that frequently drives initial wealth accumulation. The fear of not having enough, or the competitive urge to always acquire more, can be deeply embedded, even in those who have achieved substantial financial success. A legacy builder, however, operates from a profound sense of abundance, understanding that true wealth is not finite and that strategic deployment can create more value for everyone. This involves a psychological liberation from the constant need for personal acquisition, allowing for a more generous, collaborative, and expansive approach to capital deployment. Overcoming this scarcity mentality is crucial for fostering the generosity of spirit and the long-term vision required to build something truly lasting and impactful for future generations. It's a liberation that unlocks unprecedented potential. The cultivation of this sophisticated mindset is rarely an isolated endeavor. It is often significantly accelerated and refined through strategic mentorship and engagement within a community of like-minded, ultra-high net worth individuals. Surrounding oneself with peers and mentors who already operate from a generational perspective provides invaluable insights, practical frameworks, and a constant source of inspiration. These networks offer a unique platform for sharing advanced strategies in wealth preservation, innovative philanthropic models, and complex multi-generational planning. Such interactions challenge conventional thinking, expose one to diverse approaches to impact creation, and reinforce the profound benefits of a legacy-driven approach. Engaging with a cohort that prioritizes enduring influence over fleeting gains becomes a powerful catalyst for personal and strategic evolution, solidifying one's commitment to building a truly impactful future. Isolation can be a significant impediment to this critical shift. It is crucial to understand that this mindset shift is not about abandoning personal wealth or neglecting one's own financial well-being. Rather, it is about integrating personal prosperity into a grander, more purposeful vision. The wealth accumulated serves as the indispensable fuel for the legacy one intends to build, transforming it from an end goal into a powerful means to an end. This means maintaining financial discipline, strategic investment, and prudent asset management, but always with an eye towards how these resources can best be leveraged for broader, long-term impact. Wealth, in this context, becomes a tool, a sophisticated instrument for orchestrating significant change, fostering innovation, and securing the future for generations to come. This integrated approach ensures that personal success is not just celebrated, but strategically deployed for a higher, more enduring purpose. It represents an elevated form of financial stewardship. Ultimately, mastering this transition from accumulation to legacy is the defining characteristic of those who ascend to the pinnacle of ultra high net worth and truly leave an indelible mark on the world. It represents a profound evolution in one's relationship with money, moving from a transactional view to one that is transformational, deeply purposeful, and inherently sustainable. This shift redefines the very essence of financial mastery, illustrating that the ultimate measure of wealth is not merely its size, but the depth of its positive impact and the longevity of its influence. By embracing this expanded perspective, individuals unlock an entirely new dimension of financial power, enabling them to build not just fortunes, but enduring legacies that resonate across time and inspire future generations to aspire to similar heights of purpose-driven prosperity. This is the true hallmark of a 100M Playbook success story. Why this playbook is your essential blueprint. You have already achieved a remarkable level of financial success, a testament to your drive, intelligence, and relentless work ethic. Many would be content with the seven-figure net worth you've built, perhaps even considering it the pinnacle of their financial aspirations. However, for you, that comfortable plateau feels more like a launching pad, a foundation from which to leap towards something far grander. This isn't merely about accumulating more, it's about transcending the ordinary, breaking through the invisible ceiling that most never even perceive, and entering the rarefied air of ultra-high net worth individuals. This playbook acknowledges your existing achievements while recognizing that the strategies for building seven figures are fundamentally different from those required to reach and sustain nine figures, to build a legacy that reshapes your family's future for generations. Conventional financial wisdom, while useful for foundational wealth building, often falls short when it comes to navigating the complexities of the ultra-high net worth landscape. The advice typically offered by mainstream sources is designed for accumulation, for securing a comfortable retirement, or for incremental growth, not for the exponential scaling required to achieve a $100 million valuation or beyond. You've likely outgrown those paradigms, finding them too simplistic or lacking the depth needed for your ambitious goals. This playbook steps in precisely where traditional guidance ends, offering a sophisticated, nuanced approach tailored specifically for those audacious enough to aim for generational wealth, providing insights that cut through the noise and offer genuine strategic advantage. This isn't just another book filled with abstract theories or motivational platitudes. It is a meticulously constructed blueprint, a strategic roadmap designed to guide you from your current success to the pinnacle of wealth creation. Every chapter, every concept serves as an essential building block, carefully placed to construct a robust and enduring financial empire. We don't just tell you what to do, we show you how to do it, breaking down complex strategies into actionable, digestible steps. The goal is to provide unparalleled clarity in a world often deliberately obscured by complexity, giving you a tangible, repeatable framework to execute your vision with precision and confidence. Our focus extends beyond mere concepts, diving deep into concrete, implementable methodologies that have demonstrably led to massive wealth accumulation. You'll discover specific frameworks for identifying overlooked opportunities, structuring deals with maximum leverage, and implementing systems that allow your ventures to scale exponentially. This playbook is a practitioner's guide, ensuring that every piece of knowledge you gain can be immediately translated into practical application. It's about empowering you with the tools to engineer your own financial destiny, moving from insightful understanding to decisive, impactful action. True wealth creation at this elevated level demands a profound integration of both strategic brilliance and an unshakable mindset. It's not enough to possess clev or tactics if your internal framework isn't aligned with the demands of such ambition, nor can a strong mindset compensate for a lack of proven strategy. This playbook meticulously intertwines the psychological mastery required for sustained success with the tactical prowess needed to execute complex financial maneuvers. You will learn to cultivate the resilience, unwavering vision, and decisive action that characterize the ultra wealthy, recognizing that without both components working in tandem, even the most promising ventures can falter under pressure. The path to significant wealth often lies in discerning opportunities that remain invisible to the majority, in seeing the future before it becomes obvious. This playbook sharpens your perception, training your eye to identify these hidden levers and undervalued assets within various markets and industries. It teaches you how to analyze emerging trends, disrupt established paradigms, and create entirely new value streams where none previously existed. We reveal the subtle patterns and often missed signals that precede massive financial shifts, equipping you to capitalize on them rather than merely reacting to their aftermath. Incremental growth, while steady, is insufficient for the kind of financial transcendence you seek. This blueprint is designed for exponential scaling, for multiplying your efforts and capital rather than merely adding to them. We delve into advanced strategies of financial leverage, forging strategic partnerships that amplify reach and resources, and constructing systems that scale beyond your direct day-to-day involvement. This isn't about working harder, it's about building highly efficient engines of wealth that generate returns far beyond linear expectations, ensuring your time and capital are deployed with maximum impact and efficiency. The world of multi-generational wealth can often appear opaque, guarded, and exclusively accessible to a select few. This playbook serves as your insider's guide, pulling back the curtain on complex financial structures, sophisticated investment vehicles, and the intricate market dynamics that define this echelon of wealth. It demystifies what often seems deliberately complicated, translating advanced concepts into clear, actionable insights that you can readily understand and apply. You will gain the confidence and knowledge to navigate these higher echelons with an authority typically reserved for seasoned veterans, transforming perceived barriers into navigable pathways. Authored by Pern Studio, this playbook distills years of intensive research, practical experience, and deep analysis of the strategies employed by those who have successfully achieved and maintained ultra-high net worth status. It represents a potent synthesis of proven models, innovative approaches, and timeless principles of wealth creation. We have meticulously observed, analyzed, and codified the behaviors, decisions, and systems that consistently lead to extraordinary financial outcomes. This isn't theoretical conjecture. It's a distillation of real-world success presented in a framework designed for your application. Ultimately, this playbook transcends the mere accumulation of a numerical target. It is fundamentally about building a lasting legacy, about creating enduring value that extends far beyond your own lifetime. The strategies meticulously outlined within these pages are designed not just for personal financial gain, but for cultivating generational impact, for establishing a foundation that empowers your descendants and leaves an indelible mark on the world. It is the definitive guide for those who aspire to more than just personal fortune, for those who seek to weave their success into the fabric of history, creating a profound and lasting influence. This blueprint specifically addresses the distinct challenges and opportunities faced by our ambitious audience, whether you are a seasoned entrepreneur seeking frameworks for high, per-scaling and strategic exits, an astute investor looking for insights into high-yield, long-term capital deployment, or a high-performing executive poised to transition into significant ownership. It provides tailored perspectives and actionable intelligence that speak directly to your specific ambitions and current position. This playbook is crafted to resonate with your unique journey, offering relevant and impactful guidance no matter where you are on your path to unprecedented wealth. Consider this playbook your indispensable strategic partner, a mentor in print, guiding you through the often uncharted territory of ultra-high net worth creation. We are unwavering in our commitment to equipping you with every essential tool, every critical insight, and every proven methodology necessary to not just reach but to exceed your ambitious financial goals. The journey to $100 million and beyond is undoubtedly challenging, demanding both vision and relentless execution. But with this comprehensive blueprint, that formidable path becomes not only navigable, but definitively achievable. Your unparalleled ambition deserves a playbook that is equally ambitious in its scope and impact. Navigating the landscape of high net worth creation. The journey toward building a nine-figure net worth demands a fundamentally different navigational approach than merely accumulating the first million or even 10. Our contemporary financial landscape, characterized by unprecedented volatility and rapid innovation, presents a complex tapestry of both formidable challenges and extraordinary opportunities. It is no longer sufficient to simply replicate strategies that yielded previous successes. The rules governing capital appreciation at this elite level have subtly yet profoundly shifted. Understanding these new dynamics is paramount for anyone aspiring to transcend conventional wealth brackets and establish a truly generational financial legacy. This section aims to dissect the intricate environment where ultra-high net worth is forged, providing a strategic compass for its discerning architects. We must critically examine the forces at play, from global economic currents to disruptive technological advancements, to position ourselves advantageously within this intricate ecosystem. The velocity of market evolution today is unlike anything witnessed in previous generations, rendering many traditional wealth-building blueprints obsolete for the $100M ambition. What once took decades to manifest can now materialize in mere years. Yet the reverse is equally true, with fortunes dissipating just as swiftly, if not managed with acute foresight. This accelerated pace necessitates an agile mindset, a continuous learning posture, and a willingness to pivot strategies in response to emergent trends. Passive observation is a luxury the aspiring ultra-wealthy cannot afford. Active engagement with macroeconomic indicators and micro-market shifts becomes a daily imperative. Discerning the signal from the noise in an information-saturated world is a critical skill, allowing for timely, decisive action in dynamic capital markets. The ability to anticipate rather than merely react is a hallmark of those who consistently scale financial peaks. Globalization has irrevocably reshaped the contours of capital and opportunity, demanding a far broader, more sophisticated lens than ever before. National borders are increasingly permeable to both investment flows and talent, opening up vast new markets and competitive arenas. This interconnectedness means that geopolitical events in distant lands can have immediate and profound impacts on local portfolios, requiring a nuanced understanding of international relations and economic policy. Conversely, it also means that the most lucrative opportunities may lie beyond familiar shores, necessitating a global perspective on sourcing, scaling, and capital deployment. Embracing a truly international outlook with diversified geographic exposure and cross-cultural competence is no longer optional, but foundational for expansive wealth creation. Navigating this globalized chessboard requires an intricate understanding of diverse regulatory frameworks and market idiosyncrasies. Technological disruption stands as perhaps the most potent force reshaping the landscape of high net worth creation, acting as both a formidable threat to established industries and the single greatest engine for exponential growth. Innovations in AI, biotechnology, renewable energy, and digital infrastructure are not merely incremental improvements, they are paradigm shifts that fundamentally alter economic value chains. Identifying and investing in these nascent, high-growth sectors before they become mainstream offers unparalleled leverage for capital appreciation. However, the corollary is equally important. Failing to adapt to these technological currents can swiftly erode competitive advantages and asset values. Astute investors and entrepreneurs must cultivate a keen eye for emerging technologies, understanding their potential to both create and destroy value across diverse market segments. This requires a commitment to continuous learning and a proactive stance toward technological integration. The emphasis for significant capital appreciation has subtly but decisively shifted from public market reliance to the private market domain. While public equities remain an important component of diversified portfolios, the most substantial, often asymmetric, gains are frequently realized through private equity, venture capital, and direct investments. These private vehicles offer access to companies in their high growth phases before their valuations are fully priced by the broader market, allowing for substantial multiples on invested capital. This shift necessitates a different skill set, one attuned to due diligence in illiquid assets, sophisticated valuation methodologies, and longer investment horizons. Engaging with the private markets effectively requires not just capital, but also deep industry expertise, strategic networks, and a tolerance for higher risk profiles. It is within these less transparent, often proprietary arenas that truly outsized returns are frequently found. Proprietary deal flow and access to exclusive investment opportunities are not mere advantages. They are critical differentiators for those building ultra-high net worth. The most attractive ventures, the most undervalued assets, and the most promising early-stage companies are rarely advertised on public exchanges or accessible through conventional channels. Instead, they flow through tightly knit networks of trusted advisors, industry insiders, and established capital allocators. Cultivating these relationships, demonstrating a track record of strategic value add, and building a reputation for integrity and efficiency are essential for gaining entry into these exclusive circles. This involves active networking, participation in specialized forums, and often direct engagement with founders and innovators. The ability to consistently uncover and act upon these bespoke opportunities provides a significant competitive edge, allowing for superior risk-adjusted returns and accelerating wealth accumulation. In the complex world of high net worth creation, information asymmetry is a powerful lever, where specialized knowledge and unique insights translate directly into competitive advantage. While general market information is widely accessible, it is the granular, often tacit, understanding of specific industries, regulatory nuances, or technological trajectories that unlocks outsized returns. This necessitates a relentless pursuit of knowledge, not just broad strokes, but deep dives into specific niches where opportunities are often overlooked by the masses. Developing a network of domain experts, engaging in continuous learning, and fostering an environment of intellectual curiosity within one's own organization are crucial. The ability to synthesize disparate pieces of information into actionable intelligence, discerning patterns, and predicting shifts before they become evident to the broader market is a hallmark of the ultra-wealthy. This intellectual edge allows for more informed decisions and higher conviction bets. The increasing complexity of regulatory environments and the unpredictable currents of geopolitical risks profoundly impact the landscape of large-scale wealth. Operating across multiple jurisdictions, managing diverse asset classes, and engaging in sophisticated financial structures invariably expose one to a labyrinth of legal and compliance requirements. Moreover, geopolitical tensions, trade wars, and shifts in international policy can rapidly alter market conditions, supply chains, and investment viability. A comprehensive understanding of these external factors, coupled with robust legal and political risk mitigation strategies, is indispensable. This often entails engaging expert counsel, maintaining open channels with policymakers, and diversifying exposure across politically stable regions. Navigating these external complexities demands proactive monitoring and strategic planning to safeguard and grow substantial assets. Sophisticated risk management strategies extending far beyond basic diversification are absolutely critical when pursuing the $100M threshold. At this level, risk is not merely about potential loss, but about the strategic allocation of capital, time, and reputation. It involves understanding systemic risks, tail risks, and the intricate correlations between seemingly unrelated assets. Implementing advanced hedging strategies, utilizing complex financial instruments, and conducting rigorous stress testing of portfolios becomes standard practice. Furthermore, risk management encompasses operational risks within ventures, cybersecurity threats, and even reputational risks associated with public perception. A holistic approach that integrates financial, operational, and strategic risk assessment is essential, allowing for calculated aggression while mitigating potential catastrophic exposures. This proactive stance ensures that wealth is not only accumulated, but also robustly preserved against unforeseen challenges. The concept of leveraged intelligence is a cornerstone for those navigating the upper echelons of wealth creation. emphasizing the strategic deployment of networks and expert advice. It's not about what you know, but who you know, and crucially, how you leverage their specialized knowledge. Building a diverse council of trusted advisors, spanning legal, financial, tax, operational, and strategic disciplines, provides an invaluable sounding board and access to proprietary insights. These relationships are built on mutual respect and value creation, often through reciprocal introductions or shared opportunities. The ability to quickly tap into world-class expertise, vet opportunities, and mitigate risks through collective wisdom dramatically enhances decision-making capabilities. This intellectual synergy allows for the swift identification of opportunities and the effective circumvention of pitfalls, accelerating the path to significant wealth. Cultivating an adaptable mindset is paramount, one that not only embraces change, but actively seeks out new paradigms and challenges existing assumptions. The financial landscape is in perpetual motion, and rigid adherence to outdated strategies is a recipe for stagnation or decline. This involves an ongoing commitment to intellectual humility, recognizing that even the most successful individuals must continuously learn and evolve their perspectives. Fostering a growth mindset means viewing setbacks as learning opportunities and embracing calculated experimentation. It's about being comfortable with ambiguity and possessing the mental agility to pivot quickly when new information emerges. The psychological resilience and intellect, UL flexibility are critical attributes that enable individuals to not just survive, but thrive amidst the relentless flux of high-stakes wealth creation. Wealth creation at the ultra-high net worth level is increasingly about generating profound value, rather than merely extracting it through transactional means. The most enduring fortunes are built by identifying significant market needs, developing innovative solutions, and scaling these solutions to impact a large audience. This value creation paradigm shifts the focus from short-term gains to long-term sustainable growth, often involving the construction of robust businesses and impactful ventures. Whether through technological innovation, market disruption, or solving complex societal problems, creating tangible value attracts capital, talent, and customer loyalty. This approach fosters a virtuous cycle where value generation leads to wealth accumulation, which in turn can be reinvested to create even greater value. It is a more sustainable and ultimately more rewarding path to generational riches. The strategic allocation of non-financial resources, specifically time, energy, and human capital, is just as critical as the deployment of financial capital. At the $100M level, your time becomes your most precious, finite asset, demanding ruthless prioritization and delegation. Directing your mental and physical energy towards high-leverage activities, those that yield disproportionate returns, is essential for sustained performance. Furthermore, attracting, retaining, and developing world-class human capital within your ventures and advisory teams amplifies your capacity exponentially. Building a high-performing team that can execute on your vision frees you to focus on strategic oversight and identifying the next big opportunity. Mastering the allocation of these intangible resources directly impacts your ability to scale effectively and efficiently. Building scalable systems and repeatable processes within ventures is a non-negotiable for achieving ultra-high net worth. Without robust operational frameworks, even the most brilliant ideas and successful initial launches will inevitably hit a ceiling. Scalability means designing businesses that can grow exponentially without a linear increase in resources or direct involvement from the principal. This involves codifying best practices, automating routine tasks, and creating clear organizational structures that empower teams to operate autonomously. Repeatable processes ensure consistency, efficiency, and predictability, which are crucial for attracting institutional capital and achieving sustained growth. Investing in the underlying infrastructure of your ventures, from technology platforms to talent development, transforms them from successful businesses into true wealth-generating engines. This foundational strength allows for consistent performance and expansion. Ultimately, successfully navigating the complex landscape of high net worth creation demands a deliberate, informed, and profoundly proactive approach. It requires a strategic worldview, an unyielding commitment to continuous learning, and the courage to make decisive, often unconventional moves. The journey is not for the faint of heart, but for those equipped with the right mindset, a robust network, and an acute understanding of modern market dynamics. The rewards are truly transformative. As we transition from understanding this intricate terrain to charting your personal course, remember that clarity of purpose and precision in execution will be your most potent allies. The next step involves translating this landscape into a concrete set of goals that align with your unique aspirations and capabilities. Setting your personal wealth creation goals. The journey to ultra-high net worth status, particularly the 100M benchmark, is not a generic trek. It is a deeply personal odyssey, uniquely shaped by your aspirations, values, and vision for the future. While the overarching strategies and principles we explore in this playbook offer a universal framework, their application must be meticulously tailored to your individual ambition. Simply aiming for a large number without a profound understanding of its personal significance is akin to sailing without a destination, adrift on an ocean of potential, but lacking true purpose. Your wealth creation goals transcend mere financial accumulation. They are the tangible expression of your deepest desires for impact, freedom, and legacy. Therefore, before we delve further into the actionable mechanics of exponential growth, it is imperative to pause and meticulously define what extraordinary wealth truly means for you personally. This foundational exercise ensures that every subsequent strategy you implement is in direct service of your most authentic and compelling objectives. Without this clarity, even immense efforts can feel directionless, failing to connect with your deepest motivations. For many, financial goal setting often stops at retirement planning, college funds, or perhaps a comfortable seven-figure net worth, representing a solid yet often limited vision of what's truly possible. However, the pursuit of $100M and beyond demands a radical departure from these conventional benchmarks, necessitating an entirely different magnitude of aspiration and strategic intent. This is not merely about having enough to live comfortably. It is about cultivating the resources to effect significant change, to fund audacious ventures, and to leave an indelible mark on the world. Your current financial success, while commendable, serves as a launching pad, not a ceiling, for what is truly possible when you consciously choose to elevate your ambitions. This playbook is designed for those who recognize that wealth is not just a personal comfort, but a powerful tool for influence and innovation, demanding a strategic recalibration of what constitutes a target for financial achievement. It's about transcending the ordinary to reach the extraordinary. To effectively set these elevated goals, you must first excavate the profound why that fuels your pursuit of such substantial wealth, moving beyond superficial desires. Is it the desire to establish a multi-generational family office, ensuring financial security and opportunity for decades to come for your lineage? Perhaps it's the ambition to fund a groundbreaking philanthropic initiative, tackling global challenges with significant self-generated resources. Or maybe it's the ultimate freedom to back revolutionary technologies, disrupt entire industries, or create entirely new markets without external constraints or dependence. This intrinsic motivation, far beyond the superficial allure of luxury, provides the unwavering resolve necessary to navigate the inevitable complexities and challenges of high-level wealth creation, acting as your internal compass through turbulent markets and strategic pivots. Without this deeply rooted purpose, even the most robust strategies will eventually falter under pressure, lacking the ultimate conviction required to sustain monumental effort. Once your why is clear, the next critical step involves translating these qualitative aspirations into quantifiable, tangible goals that provide precise direction and measurable progress. This requires a level of specificity that moves beyond vague notions of more money or financial freedom, demanding concrete figures and timelines. Consider what specific projects, investments, or initiatives would require a $100 capital base, or even $250 million or $500 million to truly come to fruition and operate at their optimal scale. Envision the scale of impact you wish to achieve, then work backward to determine the precise financial resources required to manifest that vision in its fullest, most uncompromised expression. This process is not about limiting your dreams to a number, but rather about using a specific financial target to empower and expand the scope of your dreams, giving them a quantifiable framework for realization. Instead of viewing 100 dollars as a singular, daunting summit, it often helps to adopt a tiered approach to your wealth creation goals, establishing a series of ascending milestones. Think of these as strategic waypoints along your journey, each representing a significant achievement that unlocks new capabilities and resources, making the path feel more attainable. Your initial tier might focus on solidifying your current success and optimizing existing assets, perhaps aiming for the first 8-figure mark to build a robust foundation. The subsequent tier could target strategic acquisitions, significant expansions, or the development of entirely new revenue streams that propel you decisively towards the 9-figure threshold. This hierarchical framework makes the overall objective more manageable and less overwhelming, providing both psychological momentum and clear indicators of progress as you meticulously scale your financial empire. While net worth is a crucial metric for gauging overall financial standing, true mastery of wealth creation at this level also demands a sophisticated understanding of cash flow and liquidity. Your goals should encompass not just the total value of your assets, but also the consistent income streams they generate and your ability to access capital swiftly when strategic opportunities arise. A 100 dollar net worth locked illiquidly in a single asset might offer impressive paper wealth, but limited operational agility compared to a diversified portfolio generating substantial passive income and readily available funds. Therefore, when setting your goals, meticulously define your desired annual cash flow, your available liquid capital for opportunistic investments, and the strategic deployment of both to maximize your leverage. This holistic view ensures your wealth is not just substantial in theory, but also dynamic, powerfully functional, and readily adaptable to market shifts and emerging opportunities. For many high achievers, the ultimate objective of significant wealth is not merely acquisition, but the profound freedom it confers, particularly the freedom of time and choice. Your personal wealth creation goals should therefore explicitly address how this capital will enable you to reclaim or strategically deploy your most precious resource, your time. Will it allow you to transition from day-to-day operational involvement to a more strategic advisory role, focusing on high-level decisions and vision casting? Will it free you to pursue passions, dedicate more time to family, or engage in ventures purely for their intrinsic value rather than financial necessity, unburdened by everyday operational demands? Defining these profound lifestyle and time freedom objectives alongside your financial targets ensures that your wealth truly serves your life's grand design, rather than becoming an all-consuming master. Setting ambitious wealth goals inherently requires a clear understanding and articulation of your personal risk tolerance and overarching investment philosophy, as these will dictate your strategic choices. Are you comfortable with aggressive, high-growth strategies that carry elevated risk in pursuit of outsized returns? Or do you prefer a more calculated, capital preservation approach once certain thresholds are met? Your goals must be congruent with your psychological comfort zone and your strategic approach to deploying capital, ensuring sustainability. If your financial targets demand a level of risk that consistently keeps you awake at night, it's a clear misalignment that needs immediate recalibration for long-term sustainability. This isn't about shying away from necessary calculated risks, but about ensuring your chosen path is psychologically viable, strategically sound, and ultimately sustainable for your unique temperament and objectives. Understand that setting your wealth creation goals is not a one-time exercise, but an iterative process of refinement and reevaluation, constantly adapting to new information and experiences. As you progress, gain new insights, and achieve intermediate milestones, your perspective will evolve, and so too might your ultimate objectives for wealth and impact. What initially seemed like an insurmountable sum might become a comfortable stepping stone, or entirely new opportunities might emerge that significantly shift your focus and priorities. Regularly revisit your goals, perhaps quarterly or annually, to ensure they remain relevant, challenging, and deeply aligned with your evolving vision for your life and legacy, embracing change as a constant companion on this journey. This adaptability is a hallmark of true mastery, allowing you to pivot and optimize your trajectory as circumstances change. The act of writing down your goals with precise figures, timelines, and rationales imbues them with a power that mere thought cannot replicate. This isn't just a motivational exercise, it's a cognitive commitment that engages your subconscious mind, directing its immense processing power towards identifying opportunities and solutions. Articulate not only the financial targets, but also the specific business ventures, investment vehicles, or strategic acquisitions that will serve as the primary engines of your wealth generation, providing concrete pathways. Detail the specific timeline for achieving each tier, creating a robust roadmap that transforms abstract ambition into a concrete, executable plan of action, complete with measurable milestones. This written declaration serves as your personal contract with yourself, a constant, tangible reminder of your chosen path and the unwavering commitment required to traverse it. For those aspiring to the $100M echelon, wealth often extends beyond personal gain to encompass a significant legacy and broader societal impact, becoming a vehicle for profound change. Your financial goals should explicitly integrate how this wealth will be utilized to create lasting value, whether through philanthropic endeavors, supporting future generations, or pioneering sustainable business models that address critical global needs. Consider the specific type of mark you wish to leave on the world and how your financial resources will be the most potent catalyst for that impact, shaping a future beyond your immediate horizon. This forward-looking perspective transforms wealth accumulation from a purely self-serving endeavor into a powerful instrument for positive change, adding profound meaning and an enduring sense of purpose to your entire journey. True generational wealth creation requires pushing past the boundaries of your current financial comfort zone and embracing goals that might initially seem audacious, even slightly intimidating to your current self. If your goals feel entirely achievable with your current strategies and without significant effort, you're likely not aiming high enough to break into the ultra-high net worth bracket. The $100 Playbook is not for incremental gains. It is specifically designed for exponential leaps, which inherently demand a willingness to think bigger, act bolder, and execute with a level of conviction that might initially feel unfamiliar. Use this pivotal moment to truly challenge your own ingrained perceptions of what's financially possible, allowing your ambition to stretch far beyond any present self-imposed limitations. As you define these ambitious goals, also consider the supportive ecosystem you need to meticulously build around yourself to facilitate their achievement. This includes a network of trusted advisors, experienced mentors, and like-minded peers who operate at similar or higher financial echelons, providing invaluable insights and connections. Your goals should implicitly or explicitly acknowledge the critical need for specialized expertise in areas like advanced tax planning, sophisticated global investment, and strategies, and intricate estate planning, which become paramount at these elevated levels of wealth. Surround yourself with individuals who not only profoundly understand your aspirations, but also possess the practical knowledge and extensive experience to help you navigate the complex terrain of ultra-high net worth creation with precision. This supportive network is not a luxury. It is an essential component of your strategic infrastructure. Finally, take time to vividly visualize what achieving your 100 plus goals truly looks and feels like, not just financially, but in every dimension of your life, engaging all your senses. Imagine the profound decisions you'll make, the tangible impact you'll create, the unparalleled freedom you'll experience, and the enduring legacy you'll cement for generations to come. This mental rehearsal reinforces your profound commitment and clarifies the far-reaching ramifications of your success, both for yourself and for all those you wish to positively influence. Understanding the full, vibrant scope of your desired future, extending far beyond just the numbers, solidifies your resolve and provides an ever-present, deeply personal source of unwavering motivation. This visualization process transforms abstract figures into a tangible, compelling reality that drives consistent action.